what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So, all of us would have dedicated a certain time in their entire day called as me time, right? So, it could be anything that comes under me time. So, it could be reading a storybook, it could be just grabbing a paper and sketch and start drawing, it could be just admiring at plants and watering and taking and nourishing them, or it could be just going to a library and, of course, read some books. But no technology, no mobile phones, no TVs, no listening to music, anything. It all deals with paper, pen, sketches, things like that. Nothing which aligns your thought vertically. It doesn't distract you. Even when I thought, okay, even listening to music comes under me time, but no, like when you listen to music, obviously certain memories related to that music would come up, and music would be playing in your ears, but the thoughts will be running else somewhere else, right? So I feel listening to music, I don't think that would count as a me time, but maybe when you're doing something else, probably as a background music, you can, yeah, maybe, but not music as a me time. For me, at least for me, it is not. So and also it also works for people. It might work for few people at morning. It might work for few people at evening or late night. I've heard from my friends saying that they have a night routine. For example, just making sure you're just nourished and making sure you're taking care of your skin, taking care of your hair, and then you spend some 15-20 minutes on journaling, writing down thoughts, what happened on that particular day. Or it could also be like, what are you looking forward for the next day and what are you grateful for, things like that. That also like counts as a me time. And yes, for me, it's been like, say, for like 3-4 months, I have discovered, or I felt that comfort in having my me time. It varied from evening to night, morning, but I have fixed, and it's been for a very long time, at morning. So morning, I feel that I can have my me time. Why? Because I look forward to for having my me time than the previous night. So the previous night, I'll be like, okay, I have to wake up and make coffee and drink coffee, and along with that, do something along with journaling, or it could be reading newspaper, or it could be reading a novel, or it could be just drawing random thing like a sketch. That's what I'm doing. So I look forward for it the previous night. So at least to allocate or to have that me time, I started waking up early, so that if I start waking up early and if I have to extend my me time a little more than maybe an hour or maybe more than an hour, I can do that if I wake up a bit early. Shut up. I can do that waking up a bit early. So I started waking up, it changes, but average, I would say around like 6:30, 6:45-ish. And then I head to the kitchen. I am like a coffee person. Like I need coffee, that filter coffee, not like the normal powdered one. I need like a proper filter coffee. So I make the decoction. That's the first thing that I do. I'm go make the decoction, and after that I get my milk, and then I get the newspaper and everything. Then I settle in, right? So all these things takes around roughly half an hour or so, and then my me time starts. It might start from like 7:15, say it goes till 8, or if I want to extend, I might extend because I have time. And then after that, after my me time, I have my breakfast, and then the day gets started. So this is what has been for 3-4 months, and I'm really loving it. But the reason of making this video and me sharing my me time to you guys is not to tell that this is my me time and this time is what I dedicate my me time to. No, this is about, it's not about what you're doing in your me time. I have just listed down the me time lists for you guys, thinking that could be the one, but for you it might be completely different. It could be learning playing an instrument, or it could be just going on a drive, right? It's completely different for you guys. It might be completely different for you guys, and that could also be a me time for you. But I always feel that while having the me time, you also have to have the right kind of mindset and right kind of environment, right? What I'm trying to say is, you don't have to, you seen all these in the apps and in all other YouTube videos, these aesthetic feel of having this me time. Like you have this nice gorgeous home decor, you have the scented candles, you have a nice beautiful book where you write, there's a beautiful pen, and you have, you wear such an aesthetic outfit, and you take a picture. Okay, this is how I spend my morning. That is like amazing, that is like extreme one. But if we have to go with the basics, like if you're just starting, if you just go with the basics, my only tip would be, make sure your surrounding is neat. Make sure your surrounding, your the place that you're going to spend your me time with is amazingly tidy up, no clutter. What I mean to say that is, for example, you spend your me time. There is a lot of repetition of me time in this video. Excuse me for that. If you want to spend that amazing time for yourself, say in your hall, in your living room, right? So there's a sofa, there is a table. Make sure, when you're sitting, when you're having your time with yourself, it shouldn't clutter. There shouldn't be unwanted, unnecessary things around you. Once you have unwanted, unnecessary things around you, you might get distracted, or you might feel so many things around. And the moment you look at it, the clear mindset at morning just goes down. What I'm trying to say is, it takes an effort to make sure your surroundings are clean, clutter free, it's decluttered, and it is an everyday effort. For me, since it's a morning for me, morning is the time I want to spend time. It is my everyday effort. Before I go to sleep, I want to, and I will make sure the place around that I'm going to spend the next day is neat. I make sure the newspapers or the books are back to their places. I make sure there is no other papers, laptops, bags, receipts, jewelry, clutch, my spectacles, any other tablets or any files, any other unwanted things. I make sure I declutter it and put things back to their places and make sure it is all tidy up. So once it is done, you go back, you sleep, and the morning when you wake up, you see it's all cleaned up, it's all tidy up. The only thing you have to do is grab your things, sit and spend time, right? That is a golden experience, the golden way of creating the right mindset to start your day. Trust me. It also applicable for me, at least for me. I make coffee at my home, right? So that's the first thing that I do at morning. So the moment I enter the kitchen, I want to make sure no clutters on the counter, no utensils on the sink, and the scissor has to be in the proper place, and also making sure all the spoons and all the forks have to be properly kept in those holders. So I make sure that happens the night before. It is a lot of effort, trust me, it is a lot of effort. But once you feel that, once you realize that it's going to make you feel better the next day, it will be a very joyful effort, right? It will hardly take 10 minutes to declutter it, but that effort to make, that matters. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not about just you spending your me time. It's about how you elevate and make sure the quality of your me time is elevated. So that is where I'm saying, me time, have a me time when your surroundings are like perfect surroundings. So that's it, yeah. This is what I have been doing for like experiencing, and I felt really good. And I look forward for it every night when I sleep. I look forward for that 1.5 hours of my day to begin, at least to, it sets the momentum for the entire day, and it really makes sense. So you should try. Anytime works for you, but make sure, my intention to tell here is, make sure whenever you spend your me time, or in general, make sure your surroundings are like amazingly kept well. So that's it, guys. If you enjoyed watching my video, please do give a like and subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification, so that every time I post a video, you get notified. If you have any suggestions, feedbacks, or anything that you feel that you got related to the things that I shared, please do put that in the comment section below. I'll be really glad to read them all. Until then, take care. I'll meet you in my next video.